tradition of honor. Now that's the best kind of prelude music I can think of. I can just see going to church and having a little jazz as prelude music. We're going to have these jazz musicians introduce themselves quickly.
Joseph Fifield. Spanish Ford. Jeremy Tilson from Las Vegas. Scott Homer from Salt Lake City.
Thank you guys. Very, very well done. We appreciate it. Now, I've just been informed that there's somebody here who's spending their evening and their whole day, their birthday, at New Student Orientation. Stephanie is going to take care of this little tradition. So, Stephanie, come on down here. Stephanie is one of our vice presidents over activities, campus activities. So, here you go.
Thank you. Hey, you guys. Welcome to New Student Orientation. And we have a special person in our group, and I just found out. She's spending her 18th birthday with us. And let's help her celebrate by singing happy birthday to her. Her name is Erin, and she's standing right here. Would you stand up there for us?
Psychology, currently serving as the Dean of Students, and I'll tell you a little bit about why the Dean of Students is conducting this meeting in just a moment. But first, we'd like to begin with an opening prayer. We've asked Deanna Brown, one of our coordinators in Code, and when they have troubles with the honor code, to help them get back on track. That's one of my responsibilities. So we've structured this evening to talk about two things. One is to really look at the tradition of honor that exists here at BYU. I'm going to show you part of a video that gives some of the history of Brigham Young University, and you will see prophetic destiny, you will see visions about the precious nature of Brigham Young University. And part of that precious nature is maintained and protected by keeping the honor code and learning to abide by its principles. We're going to show you that, and then we have our Student Honor Association, which is not part of the Honor Code office. It's a separate group under the Dean of Students office who help educate and stimulate all members of the campus community to understand and maintain the Honor Code here at BYU. So I want to tell you that I love Brigham Young University. I'm grateful to be here. When you graduate with a degree from Brigham Young University, it says to everybody out in the world, to employers or other universities, that not only have you achieved academic excellence, but also there is a part of your character and honor that you have maintained and developed. And the Honor Code is one of the ways that we help do that. And I'm grateful to have a degree, 2 degrees from Brigham Young University. I'm grateful to have you here. So let me show you a part of a video that talks about our history. We're going to catch it midstream to save a little bit of time. It's going to pick up with Carl G. Mazur teaching in Salt Lake before he receives the call to come to Provo to start an academy. And we'll see that, and then I will turn this over to the Student Honor Association. So let's see the video.
Now, years later, he was forced to
go to the Student Honor Association, and they will give you somewhat more lively demonstration of how to maintain the honor code here today.
I live in the East, and I was ready for some new surroundings.
The reason I came was because of the girl.
For the opportunity to work with the League Temple.
Really seemed like a fun place to be.
I
I love the mountains. I came here for the snowboard. There's 7 ski resorts within an hour.
There's so many clubs and organizations, it's easy to get. They want us to get a good education.
I knew I'd learn here and I wouldn't get into trouble. BYU is the kind of place where you can really stand for something.
The BYU Honor Code is based on principles that will enrich and bless the life of each individual who chooses to live it. Spencer W. Kimball, former president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, has said, "Life gives to all a choice. You can satisfy yourself with mediocrity if you wish. You can be common, ordinary, dull, and colorless, or you can challenge your life so that it will be clean, vibrant, progressive, useful, colorful, and rich. Your destiny is in your hands, and your all-important decisions are your own to make."
Everyone who comes to BYU stands for something. Each person is unique, and we have enormous respect for individual differences. But BYU students also have something in common that makes them great. They stand for honor. BYU students show a great respect to themselves and others by giving their word that they will abide by the honor code, and that they will assist others, like you, in living it also. In fact, the whole BYU community, that's students, faculty, and staff, all work together to help each student grow intellectually and develop character traits that promote a higher level of achievement in all areas of life. At BYU, we are committed to the intellectual and spiritual development of each student. Our objective is to encourage a strong character that can withstand challenges. In addition to excellent academic preparation, the BYU community works together to assist each student in setting, achieving, and maintaining high personal standards. BYU's honor code is designed to preserve the integrity of the student as well as the university. It may not seem easy to live, but living it builds a strength of character, a strength you may not realize you have, and it will lift you in every aspect of your life.
Not everyone believes that smoking, drinking alcohol, or using illegal drugs is harmful, or that coffee and tea can be detrimental. But at BYU, we feel strongly that our bodies will be healthier and perform better when we abstain from these things. Our minds will be sharper and our physical performance improved. The Honor Code states that students will abstain from possessing, serving, or consuming alcoholic beverages, coffee, tea, tobacco, and harmful drugs. We believe we can have a great time without using these substances and avoid the numerous problems that can arise when these substances are abused. Students are free to participate in many creative and exciting activities in an atmosphere of greater trust and safety. Once again, BYU has been ranked as America's #1 Stone Cold Sober School by the Princeton Review. Not in the category for highest quality of living. The article stated that students here cherish the welcoming, uplifting, and clean moral atmosphere. It's true, we do. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints owns and operates BYU. As part of our belief that our bodies are sacred, we respect ourselves by living a high standard of moral conduct. This means students are prohibited from any pre- or extramarital sexual relations. This includes any type of inappropriate intimate contact such as petting, oral sex, or sexual intercourse. Single students may not enter the sleeping room area of any member of the opposite sex. This commitment is in effect the entire time you are enrolled at BYU, including while you are at home on vacation or temporarily away from campus. Students must abide by the visiting hours listed in the Residential Living Standards Handbook. It is important that you fully understand this aspect of the Honor Code because you will be expected to abide by it. Compromises can bring great heartache to you, your family, and the other person involved. However, abstaining from sex outside of marriage will bring you lifelong rewards. We show respect for ourselves and those we love when we choose to wait until marriage to share physical intimacy. If we do not, we can destroy trust and put ourselves and others at terrible risk. In addition, students should have no involvement with gambling or pornographic or erotic material. They should avoid disorderly conduct, indecent expressions, and disruption of the peace.
We believe that dressing and behaving modestly shows self-respect, and as you follow the dress and grooming standards, you will gain a greater understanding of the principles behind them. BYU students promise that their dress and grooming will always be neat, clean, and modest in appearance, avoiding extreme styles. Dresses, skirts, and shorts must be knee-length or longer. Twisty skirts should not go above the knee. You should not wear clothing which is sleeveless, strapless, or revealing, and shoes should be worn in all public campus areas.
Hairstyles should be clean and neat, avoiding extreme colors or styles.
Men's hair should be trimmed above the collar, leaving the ear uncovered.
Earrings for men are not permitted. Body piercing is not permitted for either men or women.
Men should be clean-shaven. Beards are unacceptable, except for certified medical or religious reasons.
Mustaches should be neatly trimmed, and sideburns should not extend beyond the earlobe.
In addition to the standards already mentioned, there is another that is critical to your success at BYU. As you complete your academic assignments and strive for excellence in the classroom, you will be trusted to avoid any form of academic dishonesty. This includes cheating on exams or papers or submitting another's work as your own. Trust is sacred, and to be considered trustworthy is to be held in the highest esteem by others. If you have any questions concerning the honor code, please ask them. It is very important that you understand what you're committing to when you sign your name. As a BYU student, you will have a great feeling of accomplishment knowing that you're committed to self-discipline and principles that will strengthen you throughout your life. You will have the opportunity to integrate all facets of your university experience into a career and lifestyle that meets your highest expectations. Gordon B. Hinckley, President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, has invited us to stand for something. He said, "I invite you to walk the path of faith with me. I challenge you to stand for that which is right and true and good." Your time at BYU will be full of memorable times and memorable people. Make the principles embodied in the honor code an integral part of your daily living. Stand tall in honor so that you and those around you will be strengthened.
How's it going, everyone? I'd like to welcome you to the taping of HTV Season Preview. We're glad to have you here with us tonight, and we're sure you're going to love what Honor Television has to offer for you this season. We have about 1 minute till we go onto the air, so we just want to give everyone a few instructions before we start. This works just like any other television show you've been to. We have cue cards down in the front with instructions written for you. As we go throughout the show, when you see them, just do whatever it says. All right, simple enough? Well, let's try it out real quick. All right, the louder you are, the fun time you have, the better you do. All right, let's see if you got it. Let's get started, everyone. Places, everyone, places. Camera set and mark in 5, 4, 3.
Live from Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah, we welcome you to the 2002 Honor Television Season Preview, brought to you by the Student Honor Association, also known as SHA, with live music from the Joseph Five-Field Trio and special guest appearances by Chanel Rose of the women's basketball team, Rodney Wilkerson, a member of BYU's football team, Karina Quickeman from the women's volleyball team, and Stacy Johnson, a member of the Cougarettes and the new Miss Provo. And now, here are your hosts, Melanie Porter and Kirk Douglas Kirkham. Good evening, freshmen!
Welcome, and thank you for joining us as we take a sneak peek at Honor Television's 2002 lineup. It's going to be a star-studded hour full of purely honorable entertainment.
That's right, Kurt. HTV has the distinction of being the only network dedicated to strengthening the character and integrity of its viewers and inspiring them to live with honor and strong commitment towards the gospel principles. We'll definitely be seeing that in this season's shows, The New You, A Makeover Story, and my personal favorite, Angels Among Us.
You know what, Melanie? Those are some of my favorite too. But I just can't wait to see the exciting new adventures of the Cheetah Hunter.
Hold on to your cheetahs, Kurt. Before we get to that, we would like to present, you freshmen, our highest priority is to get you married before you're graduating. So, to give you all a little head start in finding that special someone, we are proud to present First Date. Welcome everyone to First Date, a special place preserved to finding the date of your dreams. Because dating at BYU can be such a challenge, we're here to help get the ball rolling. Recently, Marie Hodson, a co-ed here, came to us for some help, and well, you'll see.
Okay, well, my name's Marie, and I'm from Hermiston, Oregon, and I'm a health and home performance major. And I'm just really happy to be here in Provo, Utah, because I love how beautiful it is. I'm a runner, and I really enjoy the sunny weather and natural beauty here. I have made some great friends, and I enjoy spending time with them. But I do wish I could find that special someone. Okay, so this is my apartment. Come on in. Hello? Carrie, come out. This is my great roommate. Hi. Okay, and this is my apartment. Oh. Well, I guess you can kind of tell I like the other one, huh? Basically, I just chose BYU because it's a really special place, and I really believe the honor code is something to do with it. And I think that I'm most happy when I live it, and I encourage others to do the same. You've got to check out my poster. Whoa, hold on. Honor line. No voice allowed. I'll come out next. You know, I told clearly states that members of the opposite sex are allowed in the living areas, but not the bedrooms of off-campus living areas. This is Carl G. Naser. He was the first president of Brigham Academy. Now, here's a man who stood for honor. He's the one who gave that famous Circle of Honor speech, you know? I hope to find someone as awesome as Brother Mason was. You know, someone who makes and keeps commitment. Someone who really stands for honor. First Date, will you please help me out?
Wow. Was First Date able to find a match for Marie? Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Marie Hodson to the show. Thanks for joining us tonight, Marie. As you know, we picked out a really special guy for you by the name of Wade. Tell us about the big night.
Well, I try not to get my hopes up too much, but I'll have to admit I really wanted things to go well. I got dressed, and as I headed over to his place, I got more and more nervous. Then I went to the door, and I had a big surprise.
You sure did, Marie. Let's take a look at what happened.
Karate Kid 2. It was like we had this connection.
That's great. That's what First Date is all about, is that connection. But I heard things got better after that. Let's take a look.
So, I was having the time of my life, but I knew that this was a weeknight. It was almost midnight. The honor code clearly
I can stay right here forever. But you see, I've given my word to abide by law, which clearly states visiting hours start at 9 a.m. and extend till midnight. I know it's not midnight yet. But you see, I always have to give myself a little window. Thank you very much. I had a wonderful time. I had so much fun.
I had so much fun. My favorite.
Mine too.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Well, hopefully I'll see you soon.
See you later.
Well, Marie, it looks like first date's done it again. But we're all wondering, will there be a second date?
I sure hope so, Ben. Wade's the kind of guy who makes and keeps commitments, which is what I've really been looking for.
Well, you think the date went well, but first date has a surprise for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Wade a warm first date welcome!
Oh, Marie.
Hey Wade, what's up?
Not much. I was just wondering if I'd like to go sometime, you know, if you're not busy or anything.
Sure, that's cool.
Let's go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Marie gave me another first date success story. That's it for today's show. I'm Beth Bagwell, and we'll see you next time on First Date.
Hey, weirdo!
Are you talking to me?
I said, hey, weirdo!
Why are you calling me a weirdo?
Well, you're different than me, so that makes you weird, weirdo!
Actually, my name is Neela, and you're right, we are different. But that doesn't mean either of us is weird, or that you couldn't show me a little respect.
Respect?
Yeah, respect. You know, I treat you the way I would want to be treated. Anyways, it's our differences that make me like you, the way you are, you know? Weirdo.
What do you mean I have differences? What do I have that's so weird?
Well, first off, your googly eyes, I mean, they're so googly. And your awesome laugh. I love that.
Is that what you mean by respect? You think I should like the ways we're so weird?
Yeah, and I even have a song about it. What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, well, you know I got it. All I'm asking for respect, baby. Give me some respect. I ain't mad. If you wanna be cool, listen up, honey.
news. They've come from afar. They've come with friends, with problems, and they seek a solution. Their modest friends are driving them crazy, and they want something done about it. Up next on The New You, a Makeover Story. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your hostess, Kalo Latu.
That their appearance is setting the wrong message. Why don't you Mila, why don't you come out and tell us about your friend? Let's give a hand for Mila.
Okay, you got this little Carlo, my girl Lupe, I love her and all. She's a great friend, don't get me wrong, but the way she dresses sometimes, I even get embarrassed to be with her. Her skirts don't even make it down to her knees, and her shirts are so tight and come up so high. She shows her belly button. But my girl Lupe, she is awesome. She's so caring and so giving. I just want the rest of the world to see that. Hello, I need your help.
We will do our best. Audience, are you ready to meet Lupe? Woo! Yeah, come on out, Lupe.
Woo! Girl, what are you doing bringing me on national television to talk about the way I dress? I'm young and I look good and people love the way I dress.
Girl, I just did this because I love you and I want people to see the real you, like I do,
Lupe, you say people like the way you dress?
Of course, I get stares all the time.
Maybe there are other reasons for those stares. We had a camera follow you across campus this morning to see how other people react to the way you dress. And let's take a look at the screen behind us.
Is that for real?
Sometimes we don't realize the messages we are sending by the way we dress. It's really nice that you have a friend that cares and is trying to help you realize the messages you are sending. But don't worry, help is on the way. We have our own special group of makeover specialists that are ready to help you get a modesty makeover. How do you feel about that, Lupe?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
All right then, why don't you find your way over to our makeover center, and we will now have a word from our sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you had trouble finding that perfect dress for homecoming or preference? Do you want to look good without bearing too much skin? HTV is proud to bring back our Modesty Muppet. Just take a look at how he helps Goldie Fox, our very own HTV role model, avoid the bears of immodest dresses.
That one's too short! That back is too low! That one has beginning straps! Now that one's just right.
The Modesty Muppet.
Now we're back to our show. Thank you for a special word from our friend the Muppet. Our next guest is Rodney J. Rodney J, come on out. So Rod, we hear that you have a great friend that you were a little bit concerned about.
That's right, Carl. It's my buddy Alan. He's an honest, hard-working, loving friend. Great guy, but he just hasn't figured out the whole grooming thing yet. You know, sometimes even misses his monthly shower.
Monthly shower!
That's right. In fact, he counts walking in the rain as a shower.
Oh. Well, audience, do you want to meet Alan? Come out, Alan, come on out. Hello, Alan.
Howdy there, Miss Cottle. How you doing?
So fresh and so clean. Alan, we hear that you have a slight problem with your grooming and hygiene standards.
Well, ma'am, there comes a time when you have to prioritize, and some things are just more demanding of your time.
What could be more important than taking care of yourself?
Oh, you know, stuff like trucks and tattoos and things.
You have a tattoo?
No, just thinking about it. Like an armband or CTR or something.
Come on, bro. You know that's not your style. And I know if you just, learn how to take care of yourself, you can find yourself a pretty girl like that. Maybe that Kiara who stopped by the other night.
He's right, Alan. You say a lot about yourself by the way you dress. What do you think people think about you?
Well, I think I'm a pretty dang good-looking guy. Girls are just intimidated.
Well, would you like us to help you begin showing that wonderful you that's inside?
Sure, Miss Cottle. I think I'd like that.
Why don't you make your way over to our makeover center? And while he is over there, we'd like to bring out our fashion specialist, Donna Camacho. Donna, I am so excited to see what you have done with Lupe. Audience, are you ready to see the new Lupe? Come on out, Lupe!
She already is, that inner beauty inside of her. And what we did was we followed the guidelines in our little green Honor in My Pocket pamphlet, and we provided one for each member of our studio audience. Yes, if you want to take that. Notice that Lupe's skirt is fashionable, yet still extends past her knee. And her shirt, which is great on her, I might add, is not sleeveless. Her neckline is very appropriate, it's very modest, and it's not too tight, and it looks very, very complimentary on her, don't you think?
I think she looks amazing.
Yes.
Audience, what do you think?
And see, hello, on top of that, she can raise one hand or both if she's saying hello to a friend or answering any questions, and she can avoid showing off her to the whole world. And so I'm sorry, Donna. It's okay. And it's so important for us to honor our commitment to great dress standards, because it not only shows our commitment to our Heavenly Father, but also how we feel about ourselves to others.
That is so awesome. Let's give a hand to Lupe and Donna. Oh, you've done such a wonderful job with Lupe. I cannot wait to see what you've done with Alan.
Okay.
Folks, are you ready to see Alan? Come on out, Alan!
What do you think?
Alan, I cannot believe that you've been hiding underneath all that hair. How do you feel, Alan? Ladies, is he fine or is he fine? Alan, tell us about how you feel.
I feel just dandy, Miss Cottle. I feel like white Denzel Washington.
You look great. Donna, tell us what you did with Alan.
Well, Alan was a great candidate for a makeover. What we did was we chopped up all that hair. It's a very, very needed haircut, and made sure that it was above his collar. We also made sure that he was clean shaven. His clothes are clean and modest. And we've supplied him with a year's supply of bath soap, yes. And also lots of cologne and some razors.
Awesome. Let's give our two favorite guests here a hand. over here who are so wonderful and care so much about their friends. They want the best for their friends. Can we give a hand to Neela and Rob? You know, it's so important that we take care of ourselves and how we present ourselves to others. In the words of President Thomas S. Monson, servants of the Lord have counseled us to dress modestly in respect to ourselves and to our Heavenly Father. You know, the way we dress can affect ourselves and other people in the way we behave. It is so important that we dress in a way that will always bring out the best in ourselves and those around us. Avoid extreme behavior and dress in the way you dress and groom yourself. Thank you, folks. It's been wonderful, and I'm glad that you all were here and we learned so much, and we'll see you next time.
Now let's take you to the far reaches of the BYU campus in search of the elusive cheetah.
Today, we are in the jungles of Brigham Young University, attempting to identify a very rare cheetah. As you will see, these cheetahs are very difficult to tell from their cousins, the BYU cougars. But hopefully, with my expertise and trained eye, we'll be able to catch a glimpse of one of these rare cheetahs. Now, there are many types of cheetahs to track. These include the cyber cheetah, who browses for papers on the internet, only to print them and turn them in as his own. Crikey. There's also the legion cheetah, who finds himself working among a pack of cougars. This kind of cheetah contributes nothing to the pack. Even so, he is more than willing to receive the fruits of the pack's efforts. In our hunt today, we must remember that there are a few things about this particular jungle that make the cheetah extremely rare here. One is the law of the jungle that these cougars live by, called the honor code. Another is the cougar's instinctive commitment to gospel principles. Oh, crikey! But as rare as they are, I just might track one down today. Look over there, amidst that pack of cougars. I think I see one now. I have a sneaky suspicion that this specimen in blue may be a cheetah in cougar's clothes. Let's take a close look as he approaches what we call here in the bush the testing center. The corner of the jungle that separates the cougars from the cheetahs. One thing you look for when tracking a cheetah is the nervous walk. Take a look at this example. Here, the cheetah has quick, sudden movements and shifting eyes that distinguish him from the surrounding cougars. Our specimen has very surprising composure as he enters the building. But be not fooled, mate. Never forget that cheetahs have a strong inclination to deceive. There are other signs to look for. For example, some cheetahs have marks on their hands and arms that are subtle and have a very unique purpose. Here's an example of such markings in their use. Now watch closely. Did you see that? Let's watch that again in slow motion. Whoa, these cheetahs move at such amazing speed, it is nearly unseen by the naked eye. We must check our specimen for these marks. We'll check him as he greets one of his mates. He's clean.
What's up?
I can't talk. I'll call you later. Right. We got one more sign to check to find out whether we got ourselves a rare cheetah or a true blue cougar. It's called the wandering eye. In this clip, we see an actual cheetah employing his most difficult maneuver. Did you see that? Let's try it once more, slow motion. Look at these cheetahs. He started them and honest go-getter. Join me next time when I return to the jungle in search of the love elephant.
Now remember, wherever you go, there are always angels among us.
Hey man, I got a problem. You see, I've got to work today, and my girl, she wants to go out and buy this paper tomorrow. I haven't even started on it yet.
No worries, my friend. I think I've got just what you need. I've got your $5 paper, your $10 paper, and the deluxe complete with photos and footnotes, $20 paper.
That's against the article. That's against the article. That's against the article.
If I don't cheat, I might flunk. But if I do, I'll be a punk.
That's against the article. That's against the article.
Hey, Serena. I don't have anything to wear to church tomorrow, and this really hot guy's gonna be there.
No worries, I got the cutest skirt right here.
Do you think it's a little short?
So?
That's against the article. That's against the article. That's against the article.
So this skirt is really cute.
So cute.
I must give it the boot. Yeah!
That's against the article. That's against the article.
Hey, Amber, I have my dad's boat today. Do you want to go water skiing?
Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. I gotta go to work.
Well, just call your boss and tell him you're sick.
Lie to my boss?
Why not?
That's against the article. That's against the article. That's against the article.
I can't lie.
Girl, don't lie.
My mind's set. You and your boat are all wet.
That's against the article. That's against the article.
This movie is so good. I can't wait to see how it ends.
Oh, you know what? It's almost 12. I gotta get going.
Oh, come on, big boy. You can stick around.
That's against the article. That's against the article. That's against the article.
Girl, it's true. I've had a good time.
Good time.
But I know what's on your mind. And that's definitely against the honor code.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, BYU's next generation! Welcome to another exciting episode of Honor TV Sports Center. I'm your host, Othello Richards. Now, this is the one and only sports broadcast in the nation, in the world, where the most honorable athletes and performing artists are featured. Now, joining us tonight are four individuals who have not only demonstrated proficiency in their respective athletic events, but have also been examples for honor and have stood for honor and integrity in all their lives. Now, without further ado, let's meet your BYU Cougars.
The no road to the senior forward of BYU's basketball team. They graduate from Polo High. Chanel was an all-state selection 3 years in a row. was recognized as one of Frank Layden's terrific 12, led her team volleyball, track, and softball as well. She's a transfer student from UBSC, where she averaged 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. The 2001-2002 basketball season was full of excitement as Chanel's BYU basketball team took on the Cinderella role to advance farther in the NCAA tournament than ever before, culminating in a Sweet 16 showdown with perennial powerhouse Tennessee. With Chanel's help, BYU led number 2 seed Tennessee through most of the first half of their Sweet 16 matchup before eventually succumbing to the Volunteers 57-68. Chanel, as a student, is majoring in history teaching and minoring in communications.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Chanel! Thanks for joining us, Chanel. Let's have our next athlete. Rodney Wilkerson, BYU football.
Standing 6 feet 1 inch and weighing 180 pounds, Rodney Wilkerson is BYU's fastest wide receiver. Born in Northern Utah, Rodney served an LDS mission to Oklahoma City. At Orem High School, Rodney led her to 3 years in football and track. He made first-team All-State as a linebacker, and his team finished second in the state. Rodney holds a state record in the 100-meter dash and the 4x100-meter relay, and was a state champion in the 200-meter dash. At BYU, with Rodney's offensive help, the Cougars annihilated the competition throughout the last season, winning their first 11 of 13 games and posting the nation's highest scoring offense. In a pivotal game against rival University of Utah, Rodney's Cougars pulled out a last-minute victory and claimed the Mountain West Conference title. The Cougars will be looking for Rodney to step up his game once again this year as they attempt to match last year's dominating performance.
Let's give it up for Next up, we have Karina Poinkinen, star setter, BYU volleyball.
Standing 6 feet even, Karina Poinkinen is a setter on BYU's volleyball team. From Murray, Utah, Karina earned both academic All-State and athletic All-State at Murray High School, was a 2-time MVP of her high school volleyball team, and was named as a member of the All-Region First Team. Karina played on the Utah Juniors Club volleyball team that placed first 3 consecutive years. During her freshman and sophomore year at BYU, Karina was named to the All-Mountain West Conference team and led the BYU offense to an overall team percentage, which ranked 8th nationally. Her freshman year, Karina was 3rd on the team in hitting and averaged nearly 13 assists, 2 digs, and 1 block per game. Her sophomore year, Karina played in every game for BYU and is one of the Cougars' most complete and seasoned players. In the upcoming season, she will be looked upon to both catalyze and lead the attack as a setter, an outside hitter. Last year, Karina's Cougars finished with a 20-9 record and will be looking to improve upon that this upcoming season while going after a potential NCAA championship title.
Let's hear it for Karina Poinkinen, star setter, BYU volleyball. And certainly last but not least, Stacy Johnson.
Born and raised in Provo, Stacy Johnson has danced with the BYU Cougars for the past 2 years. As a student at Tyndale High, Stacy was a member of the dance company and the drill team. As a senior in high school, Stacy won the national solo competition in jazz dancing. As a Cougarette, Stacy already has a national championship title under her belt. Her Cougarettes captured the National Collegiate Dance Team title in 1997, 1998, 1999, and again in 2001. They placed second in 2000, falling short by a mere 0.02 points. Dance Spirit magazine has listed them as one of the top 25 dance teams in the nation, and they have been featured on a CBS television broadcast. During the Olympics, Stacy and the Cougarettes performed at various Olympic venues
entertaining crowds before, during, and after events. Her programs are credited with raising the level of competition for collegiate dance teams to a new and respected level. Stacy currently teaches dance and vocal lessons, is majored in fitness and wellness, and recently was crowned the 2002 Miss Provo.
Last but not least, Stacy Johnson, BYU Cougar and Miss Provo. All right. I'd like to thank all our athletes for joining us tonight. We have some questions dealing with honor for all of our athletes. And first, beginning with Chanel Rose. Chanel, would you say that physical and mental preparation played a key role in your team's success this past season?
Yeah, I'd say that preparation is really
Now, also, would you say, we're at Brigham University, which is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now, what role does spirituality play in winning a championship?
I think that the spiritual preparation is what sets us apart from other teams that we play. When we're on the road, we read scriptures together at night. We pray before every practice, before every game, and after every game. And we were at the Sweet 16. It was kind of an interesting experience because we had the opportunity to speak to the press and to get a lot of national attention. And they asked us a lot because we wouldn't practice on Sunday, even though we played Monday night. And the fact that we wouldn't practice, they thought that that would, set us back and hurt us in our game. And we told them that we thought that's what we decided as a team that we wanted to do. And so it was a neat experience for us. So I think being on the same page spiritually helps us a lot.
It's amazing how you can bring spirituality into anything. No matter where you are, you can always pray. Now next, Rodney, your question. Football is a sport where a lot of aggression is poured out onto the field. Now sometimes this aggression takes on more than a physical form, but verbal. How do your teammates deal with this?
Switching mics here. I think there's various ways in which you can deal with it. One thing that I have done is sometimes the corners will talk some trash to me or whatever. I'll just laugh at them. How that affects them, or if you just stay focused on the game and like as a receiver, I have to make a lot of reads, and so if I'm just concentrating on my reads and that kind of thing, helps. So you don't maybe slip, or you just stay focused on the game and not necessarily talk so much during the game.
Now, was language that great of a problem on the field?
There's some words that slip out there. You hear a lot of different words depending on, I guess, your competition in that aspect, but if you just stay focused, it's not a big issue.
Now, why do you feel it's important to always maintain your composure and to uphold the high values that you've been taught?
Well, I think as an athlete, obviously we represent the university, and even more than that, the church, and as we uphold our values well, participating, be good sportsmen in that, I think it helps represent the church, get a good image out to those that view it, and have some fun doing it.
That's exactly right. BYU athletes and BYU students stand out. Now, Karina, as an athlete, you're constantly in the media spotlight. Your fans watch you, the nation watches you. Now, sometimes following games, strangers may want to get to know you, and at times not for the right reason. Why do you feel it's important to live a morally clean life?
Well, especially coming to BYU, you sign the honor code, which you make a commitment to be morally clean, and I take that very personally for myself. Just going out representing the school, going nationally and maybe internationally, if you go on foreign trips and stuff, a lot of people watch you, and you really have to watch yourself. And also, if you stay morally clean, it helps you yourself be able to play better because you don't have this guilt hanging over you, and your mind's more clear so that you can perform to the best of your ability. So.
Thank you, Karina. Now, lastly, Stacy. As a Cougarette, I've watched you all through the years, got to attend many different athletic events, and you're always dancing. For the past 3 years, I've watched you, and you all have many different outfits, I must say. Now, this university supports dress and grooming standards. As a competition, how does your appearance compare to the rest of your competition dress?
Well, I would definitely say that we're probably a little bit more modest than those that we've competed against in the past. Especially when we go to nationals, there are teams from all over the country there, and we feel it is very important, especially when we're traveling outside of the state, to be an example of what our school represents. And so we try to refrain from provocative movement and try and keep our outfits as modest as possible, and we've continued to be successful by doing that.
Yes, you have, as you said, for the past, back in 1997, 1998, and 2001. And probably the only reason you didn't win in 2002 was because you were at the Olympics performing.
Of course.
Yes. Why do you feel it's so important to be modest in your dress?
Well, once again, going to BYU, it's our responsibility, not only that we sign the honor code to live that at the school and in our community, but wherever we go. I think that it is important to be modest, not only because we're showing God that we're being obedient, but we're showing Him and those around us that we hold our standards high and that we respect ourselves.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Let's give a hand for our BYU athletes, our BYU Cougars. Now, when it comes to this university, some of you probably packed your football, some of you packed your basketball, some of you packed the volleyball, some of you packed your skis, some of you packed your snowboard, some of you packed your bike, some of you packed your rollerblades, some of you packed your Nintendo 64 with your Mario Kart video game. Others of you packed your TV, some of you packed your VCR, some of you packed your DVD player, you old-timers packed your 8-track. Now, it doesn't matter what all you've packed, the only thing that'll give you the greatest happiness, that'll give you the greatest joy, that'll give you the peace of mind, and give you respect, is if you've packed your honor. Once again, thank you for tuning into our broadcast sports center. Thank you, and have an honorable year.
To wind up our HTV season preview, we want to welcome the producer of this evening's entertainment, Brian Chudley, the president of the Student Honor Association.
Hi guys. How'd you enjoy our show? All right. I just want to say a few thank yous tonight. First of all, I want to thank all of our wonderful athletes for coming out and supporting us and talk to all of you guys about the importance of honor and integrity. I also want to thank our supervisor. You don't know this, but at the Student Honor Association, we have a supervisor who's a full-time faculty, and her name is Jeannie Papik. And she is the most wonderful woman, and if you ever have any questions about the honor code or anything about integrity and character, she would be glad to talk to you. Our office is on the 4th floor of the Wilkinson Center, room 4412, and we're up there almost all the time, so come up. We have volunteers come up and join us all the time, and we do fun things like this for the freshmen. And we also want to thank all of you guys, all the freshmen, for coming here to BYU and to wanting to stand for honor. Give yourselves a hand. Great. And just in closing, I want to just sum up everything that we've learned today. There's been lots of different things about the tradition of honor at BYU, the important heritage that you all are inheriting, the legacy that you have a great responsibility to carry on. Also about the different things about the honor code, the importance of modesty, the importance of keeping the residential living standards, the importance of living with character and not cheating and lying and doing all those things that happen so frequently all around the world in other universities. I want to applaud all of you for being the type of people with a character to come to BYU and to want to carry on that legacy. I know that each one of you can do it. And it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of strength to make those choices. President Hinckley said that life gives to all the choice. You can satisfy yourself with mediocrity if you wish. You can be common, ordinary, dull, or colorless. Or you can channel your life so it'll be clean, rich, vibrant, colorful. Your destiny is in your own hands, and your all-important decisions are your own to make. Each one of you has the power to make your own decisions and to stand for honor and integrity. And in closing, we have a song. It's called Courage. It's about standing up for what's right, no matter what the circumstances. And so we'd just like to invite all of the actors in this show to come on out, and we'll sing one last song for you, and then bid you farewell.
Yeah, Brian!
young child, I learned to be honest and true. To things I believe in my heart, even when this old world is cruel. Yes, I learned to be brave, and I learned to defend the precious things of the Savior, and endure to the end. As I strive to hold on to things that I know are true, temptations they beckon to me and try to subdue. It takes courage to win and nothing to lose. And now I plead for His mercy as I struggle to choose. Courage is doing what's right in the presence of fear. It takes courage to do what I should when no one is near. Courage is my way of saying I will follow you when the world walks out on me. Courage is my way of saying I will follow thee when the world walks out on me.
All right, now to send you all home, we're going to have Rod here give us a closing prayer.